Hi and welcome to another Married to Reselling video. We're Faye and Simon.
And we are resellers in the UK, selling mainly on eBay and Amazon. Coming up in this video, as usual, are sales from the barn. But first, Faye just popped in to tell me about some sales that we've just had.
Okay, we have got these fairy lights, multicoloured static, 40 metres long. So interesting story. Someone messaged me on Vinted just now about some fairy lights that I've got, which are 10 metres. And they said, do you know how many lights are on them? How many bulbs? And I said, gosh, no, do you want me to count them? Like, I wasn't being sarcastic, I would. And he said, no, I've just got a 7-foot tree. And I was like, okay, I have got more lights listed. I'll send you the links. Anyway, I realised that these ones, these 40 metres, weren't actually on Vinted. They're on eBay. So I quickly listed them on Vinted, sent him the link, and he wrote back and said they're exactly what I'm looking for and bought them straight away. So I had them up for £29.99. He sent me an offer of £27.50, which I took because they cost 25p. So that is fantastic. And then I also just sold this vintage indoor starlight chain for £17.49, and that cost 25p as well. So we have now officially made all of our money back on all of the Christmas stock that we bought in April, and we have listed 100 things max, and we have got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds left to list. So it's exciting, and it's August. So let's check out some more sales from the barn. Okay, we've got some big things going out today. This is a vintage side table with a magazine rack underneath. That was free, and that sold for £52, and that sold within 2.5 months on eBay. So pleased with that. They're picking that up this afternoon. And we've got this Johnson's Baby storage box case. This is empty. That cost 3p, sold within a week for £32.99 plus post. Then there's this Fortnum & Mason Beauty Advent Calendar from last year. It's empty as well. This was given to me, and that sold for £21.99 plus post.
We had this sitting around for quite a long time, and you sort of said to me, oh, can't be bothered to list it. And I said, well, we've had it for so long, we might as well.
Yeah, and I listed it and it sold within like 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, and then we've got these 3 glass storage jar sets, 1000ml each. They cost 3p for the set and sold for £12.74. And then this vintage PA Amira Singh original painting of a Sri Lankan mosque alongside a river. That cost 50p and sold for £23.24 within about a month and a half. Oh, and these sold within about 4 months.
This one, we don't actually know whether we're going to end up sending it, because there was a message accompanied with the order that said, can you delay shipping for like 5 days? And you'll have heard us say this before if you watch the channel a bit. We don't do that. So we just reply and say, you know, we're required by eBay to ship it. And I always have a message to say, you know, we can either continue to ship it as advertised or cancel the order at your request. I always say I don't want to convenience you any further, so also if you wish to cancel and you don't wish to reply, I will take your non-reply as a cancellation request also. And then they started asking about, can it be shipped with a signature and all this. I said, you know, after midday tomorrow it's going to get shipped. So if I haven't heard from you either way, because they were finding out they're in America, they're having it sent somewhere in the UK, I don't know whether we've not heard from them, so that's probably going to get cancelled.
Cool. Then on Vinted we've got this celestial photo frame, sold within 3 months. That cost 50p, sold for £5. And then this vintage Christmas light decoration star. It's like got tinsel and stuff on it and little blue caps around the bulbs. That's 25p, because if you haven't seen it yet, go back a couple of months and watch our epic Christmas haul video. It is another level epic. And I've started to go through that now. So this is the first thing to sell out of the new lot that I've listed, and that sold for £15 within 24 hours. This is a vintage kitchen roll holder, and it's got like a novelty top with like teapot and toaster. That cost 3p about 3 weeks ago and sold on Vinted for £8. Had loads of interest in it, sent loads of offers, and it it's sold today, so that's good. And then so we've got these 2 Tam style soup bowls of handles. They cost 3p. They sold for £7.89 within 5.5 months. Then this antique Copeland dinner plate, that cost 74p about 14 months ago. I think it's longer. I think it got returned and we relisted it, but it costs 74p and sold for £9.99, so glad to see the back of that. Then we've got this vintage bolster cushion, Killim cylinder round. Had so much interest in this on Vinted. It's supposed to have 2 tassels. One's come off. I've declared it, but that cost 20p and sold for £23.69 on eBay within a month. And then next is this vintage grape cluster decanter carafe. That cost £2 and sold within 4 months for £13.19. And these vintage Queen Anne autumn rose footed coffee cups, there's 5 of them there. They cost £1.75. They're a tea room purchase and sold for just £10 because we didn't have the saucers to go with it. And I reckon those saucers must have been in the barn or somewhere where, yeah.
The rat infested shed that they had.
Yeah.
Just sold these vintage fireplace tiles. They look like that. They cost £2 from a car boot sale and sold in less than 2 months for £69, which was an offer I sent to a customer.
This Lit Village LED village scene of a snowman on a swing, I think it is. Yeah, it's on the side. It's different pictures. And it's a tick on the box is the one. So it's that one, I think. No, it's the top one. Anyway, whatever. Whatever, it's a Christmas scene ornament. That cost 25p, listed for a week and sold on Vinted for £19.99 and the buyer pays post. So that's brilliant. Brilliant. Then onto eBay, we've got this vintage seaside art print, little girls paddling in a really nice frame.
They like names. You decided to lay down. Yeah, you stay under there then.
Yeah, this, and it costs 3p and sold within 6 weeks for £13.49. Then we've got this vintage price Kensington cottageware mustard pot. Looks like a house. That costs 3p, sold within a month for £9.74. Then these 3 empty perfume bottles with their boxes, Bottega, Veneta, Dior, YSL, whatever. They were given to me free. They sold for £7.49 in 8 months. I thought. Then we've got this vintage Southern Vineyards Vinbright Mark III wine filter kit. That cost 3p, sold within a few days for £19.99. We had a load of that sort of stuff and Simon said no one will want to buy it, so we got rid of it, and then that was left behind. I listed it and it sold super quick. Cool. Then
always do your research.
Then this, don't listen to you. Vintage ceramic jug, looks like metal but it's not. That cost 45p and has taken, wow, 20 months to sell for £6.74. And then these vintage Biltons colour roll tulip bowls, 8 of them, cost 6p because there's 2 lots here, 2 lots of 4 that I put together, and they sold for £12.74 in 4 months. I've just come in and Simon had finished packing the sales, so I had to add those last 2 Christmas ones on, but it's a massive incentive now to just get the rest listed, and I'm trying. I can normally do about 15 listings an hour, and I've managed about 1 an hour today because I've just had so many distractions, but I am on it for Christmas. I am full throttle Christmas now. Right, I'm off to list some more Christmas stuff.
And I'm off to the post office. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me